Here's what happened over in the Google Trends. Check this out. So this is a Google trend before and after the Dem debate, candidates and search. So check this out. This is ahead of debate 2. These were the most searched Democratic candidates. Joe Biden kind of led the pack. People were trying to remember, like, oh, what's he all about? He was Obama's guy. So I get it. That makes sense. Kamala Harris, California, her home state. I kind of get that. Tulsi Gabbard had a few where she was leading the pack. And then Cory Booker. This is random. Cory Booker, Wyoming. For some reason, folks in Wyoming were like, Cory Booker, what's that guy's deal? And you know how I feel about Cory. I think Cory Booker forgets he's running for president until there's a debate. I'm pretty sure he does not know that he's running for president. I think he gets a reminder. I think that Cory Booker on Tuesday, someone was like, he was like, oh, a debate happened. How'd that go? And they were like, well, you're up tomorrow night. And he's like, oh, I'm still in this thing. And they're like, yeah, you're still. He's like, all right, someone give me some napkins. I got to take some notes. I got to come up with an idea. Now, every time Cory Booker spoke, pretty much every time, he just said, Trump's bad. That's pretty much all he said. They should have just not allowed him to speak and just given him a T-shirt that said Trump's bad and he could just point to it. He had absolutely nothing to add, nothing to say. It was pathetic how grossly unprepared he was. But he's an establishment-friendly candidate, so he can get away with stuff like that, and he's not going anywhere anytime soon. Even in his closer, I don't know if you noticed, 2 people in their closer, they stalled. They straight up stalled because they had nothing to say. Joe Biden was one of them. Cory Booker was the other one. In fact, as far as closing statements went, and I'm talking strictly from a debate standpoint here, I thought Andrew Yang actually had the strongest closing statement. I thought all the closing statements were actually very weak. And I thought Andrew Yang had by far the strongest closing statement. And again, I'm speaking strictly from a debate standpoint here. And I thought he did a lot better than he did in the first one. I do think Tulsi Gabbard had the overall strongest performance, but somebody who's coming in a close second here, and again, I'm talking strictly from a debate standpoint. I'm not a fan of this candidate at all, but Kirsten Gillibrand. Kirsten Gillibrand did have a very strong performance, I thought, from a debate standpoint. She made the most of all of her talking points. She hit her points well. She had a couple comedy moments. Again, strictly debate rhetoric standpoint, Kirsten Gillibrand did have a strong showing. But here's what happened. Let's go back to the Google Trends here before we jump over to that. So this is before debate number 2. What happened after debate number 2? Wow. That's Tulsi Gabbard in the blue there. All 50 states. Tulsi Gabbard. Now, here's what this trend's great. So check this out. Look. People are blaming bots. And people are blaming Russia. Here, let me find somewhere where people blame Russia. Russia working hard tonight. It's unbelievable. It's never going to get. They're blaming Russia. Not the fact that, oh, she raised some points no one else was raising. She brought up some things nobody else was bringing up. She had a decent showing, so people were trying to find out more about her. She doesn't have a ton of name recognition yet. That's very true. So it makes sense that when she has a strong showing in debates, people are like, hey, I want to learn more about this person. And yet people are still, it's Russia. It's Russia. Why would Russia try to affect the Google? It just makes zero sense on so many levels. But man, it is not going away.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your news